Hi, we
Hi.
are here with Healing You with Gloria Lybecker, and I'm Gloria's co-host, Gail Donohue. And Gloria, we were talking about life energies earlier, and I, let- I'm really curious for us to like delve into this some more. So, can you say a little bit more about what you were thinking about?
Yeah, the other day, well, at the end of the year, I like to rewrite my life story. And it takes me into a reflective place where I look back over my life and acknowledge and recognize where I've been and what I've done. And it helps me to really value the gifts and talents that I've developed over these years of being here. And part of it, I recognized when I was young, I loved to get on my horse Beauty and go ride out in there were so many trees and there were so many hills and it was so beautiful before all the construction happened. But when I'd go out there, and I loved what it was like to be on my horse, bareback, riding in nature and being under those beautiful trees and these fields of grass. And there's a quality of energy in life that I would experience that to this day, when I will go out and I actually become present and I'm out there with my horses on the land, it's that same feeling, that same frequency of life. And one of the things that I as a practice will offer with clients is an invitation for them to begin to step into that energy in their life, because we can step into that energetically no matter where we are in time or space, dimension or reality, because it is a place where your attention goes, your energy follows. And it's
Mhm.
so magical to experience that. And so when you think about, I'm wondering if I might make a guess for you, Gail,
Okay.
because as an athlete and as a swimmer and something that you really excel at, you have excelled, and it was just like maybe the greatest delight of your life when you actually your performance that people witnessed was something that you loved. And what that feels like in your body just to sink into that memory of what it was like just to glide like a fish through the water and the beauty and the rhythm and the flow of that experience. What's that like as you just take a moment to be with it now?
Um, well, I can recall it, and it's hard to put it into words.
Yeah.
And, um, it would be something that didn't happen often because it was, a lot of other energies came in the way. But it was just a flow with no real thinking. It was just,
Being.
it was just being and movement and happening.
And
And
there
there
was
was,
like a synchronicity with life.
yeah, yeah, there was.
Hmm.
I'll tell you a little funny thing. Because when one performance in particular I'm thinking about, and it ended up to be an extremely good one and resulted in me achieving a very high achievement. And they happened to have had television filming then, but they didn't film me. And they said, well, could you do it again? And I kind of went, sorry. It's kind of like, it was a magic moment of, everything just came together. And I think I've been searching for that same quality in more of my life since then,
Hmm.
because I've been able to have glimmers of it, glimpses of it in other ways. Sometimes when we're talking and it's just flowing and it's just easy with having, clarification of different thoughts or opinions. And yeah, it's just so magical.
Yeah, it is. And it is a practice, I know for my life, of really developing my capacity to pay attention with more presence.
Mhm.
Because one of the patterns that I've noticed for myself when I disconnect from life energy and I don't know I've disconnected is because I'm going into my old habits, the patterns of my past thinking, of leading with my thinking instead of leading from my heart.
Mhm.
So it's not to say that there is no thought, but like you said, when you are in the flow, you're not thinking about it, you're being it. So
Mhm.
there's an energy, there's a quality about presence. Because when we're present, we're here right now. We're not thinking about the past. We're not planning for the future. We're alive with what is. And that in itself is something that, in my experience, our culture tends to miss. And those are those magical moments where everything just could actually almost like it stands still for a moment in time.
Mhm.
And it's for me, that's what life is about. Being able to bring that into each moment more fully. And it starts right here with myself,
Yeah.
giving myself permission to show up. I mean, to really show up instead of um, whatever else there is, right? My
Yeah.
my ideals of how I'm supposed to show up, just to
Yeah.
show up and let it happen.
Yeah. And if I could just take that, what exactly what you're describing, that permission piece,
Mhm.
like permission to notice more about life
Yeah.
rather than staying, focused on whatever task it might be or making us ourselves wrong or others wrong. We're actually like opening up to see like, oh, what is happening with trees today? What is are the birds singing today?
Not to
Like
even hear them.
and to even hear them. Maybe to note how many leaves are making patterns that look like hearts.
Mm. Ooh, I wonder how many four-leaf clovers I might find. I remember doing that as a kid. Ooh, can I find one? Even one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really, I don't know, I love that the thought. My granddaughter was here, she was 3. And to look through at life through a 3-year-old's eyes. I mean, you're really present in the moment, and life is all about the now. And they don't
Absolutely.
have attachment to outcomes of other things, but they do have a developing sense of self that can really get focused on a specific outcome at times.
Yeah. Yes.
But
True. True.
that's one thing that has helped me is to recognize, where do I go unconscious and where am I not connecting with life because unconsciously I've attached to an outcome because of my conditioned behaviors, my conditioned reality that I came from. And when I can actually start to notice that, so the noticing that you named is so key.
Yeah.
When I can practice noticing more in this moment, what is it that is actually here? I can make a conscious choice to step into my heart energy, into what I really love. And then when I open my eyes, I can see things I couldn't see before.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's magic right there.
It is so magical. Thank you so much for sharing about life energies today. It was so fun to talk about it.
Yeah.
And
So I'm going to
helpful.
just invite our viewers, maybe as you were saying, as you go through your day to day, notice what you notice. If you're in trees, what do you notice about the trees? What do you notice about the leaves or the grass or the people around you or the traffic or wherever you are? Just open yourself up to being willing to notice a little bit more than you usually do.
Yeah.
And let us know what that's like. Thanks, Gail.
Thanks, Gloria.